guys, so good news. I was actually able to figure out the issue that was going on with my audio. As I increase media volume, that also makes it so that way the media volume is loud. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case, but sadly it is. So my videos will have to be with the media volume a little bit more down, but you guys can hear me a lot better, which is good. I wanted to show you guys how my awesome Orochi is doing. Sadly, some of the videos got deleted through the record, but you guys can at least see some of them. My Orochi crushes Hancocks very, very well. And just look at this, guys. He's just cutting through them like they're nothing. He's taking like very little to almost no damage at all, and that's wonderful. So yeah, Orochi is just an awesome commander, and I'm super proud of him. And here's another Hancock. Oh, look at that! This guy and his name's Sam. That's funny. Yeah, even with this guy having his defenses, he sadly won't be able to survive this because of my what do you call it? Terror space. And since I'm going to be adding in more modules for the scale buffs, my dear airships should be much, much better. Now, I don't think Empire Scope works well on these, but that's okay, guys. As you guys can see, my Orochi is not being affected by this guy at all. And yeah, like I said, our stuff is cutting through these guys like they are nothing. Heh, there's another battle against Sam. That's really funny. Now this guy actually hurts a bit. But like it is, guys, we can cut them down to size pretty easily. So I'm quite happy about that. But yeah, as you guys can see, we are just showing these guys what's what. So yeah, as you sadly our soldiers are slowly being cut down, but this ain't going to be nothing that we can't deal with. Because even though he's hurting our soldiers, we are still able to tank this. I can see how this would actually be an effective build, but luckily for us, we have lots of damage reduction, so it'll make it much harder for him to actually break through our lines. And as you guys can see, we still have 6 slots of soldiers, while he only has 4. But this is actually a really effective build. Like this would be devastating in the sense of a real server battle. But skipping forward, yeah, he actually cuts through us a bit, so that's pretty scary. So that's a very effective commander. Now, the way that Orochi can also win, ooh, that's nice, is that he can just outlast the enemy with his healing. And, like I said, his Hercules protection, as well as the, wow, that was brutal. As well as his other stuff, it's awesome. It's cute that she keeps trying to run this. This is not going to do her much good at all. But the Wings of Eternity is really effective with these. And like I said, guys, these things, these red soldiers actually have extreme critical when you get all 6 slots with red soldiers. So they can do a lot of damage. So it's a good thing that my Orochi has all these buffs on him and his soldiers, so that way he can take these hits. But we're gonna skip forward, guys, because this might take a while. But as you guys can see, we survived that with no problem. Now, sadly, I couldn't show you guys, the other 5 battles, which is unfortunate, but oh well, what can you do? But I also wanted to show you guys what happened when we actually fought DZG, Da Zonggao. And as you guys can see, even though we lost, I just broke through just so many commanders, and I lost almost nothing. And this is the kicker. I was using tier 2. So watch this. So for some strange reason, my good friend Hawaiian was actually defeated by this fella, which is unfortunate. And lucky for us, we aren't using big soldiers, and in fact, we actually made it so that way a lot of these people lost. And since we are using the Empire Scope, that actually allows us to hit. So that is a guaranteed hit ability, which will give us a little bit more of a effectiveness. Now, it doesn't always guarantee that we're actually going to do damage, but we can at least hurt these people. So watch what happens when I skip forward. I win just because I have more soldiers. And for the next person, when I skip forward, I win because I have more soldiers. And then for the next fella, I actually kill his soldiers. So that's 3 victories. And for the next 3, we do this one, and we actually win because we have more soldiers. Reinhardtens are going to be quickly outclassed by my Orochi. He's doing amazing. So we skip forward. We win because we have more soldiers. We skip forward. And, so yeah, these Hancocks are not, doing well against us. And we actually killed some of his soldiers. And then for this one, yeah, it's going to hurt a tiny bit. But as you guys can see, we still win because he only has 1 slot. But sadly, we lost against this fella. Now, this is a big Orochi. So sadly, we weren't able to, survive against that. But lucky for us, we were able to still heal our soldiers and hold the line. So even though we lost, we were still able to do, quite a lot of damage. So sadly, we lost, but we cut through just an insane amount of commanders, and that allowed us to see his worth. Orochi is strong, and like I said, guys, he's only going to get stronger. This absolute defense makes all of our soldiers, no matter what tier we have, just so much harder to kill. And yeah, I'm just so happy that he's doing this well. And I'm waiting for something to pop up. That means that way we can get more Aldebaran blueprints, and that is the thing that I'm looking forward to. But yeah, so my Orochi is doing much better, and like I said, guys, we got him up 40,000 leadership pretty much. Well, maybe 35,000, but that's still really good. And so we used 20,000 magazines, and we used about 400 magazines to get our Dragon Slayer back to 10,000. So now she's at a good round number. And the really nice thing, guys, is that I figured out the issue of my recording software. I'm going to have the game audio play quietly, so that way you guys can still hear my voice while, still being able to hear some of the game. But so at around this-ish, it'll be, I have to keep it within the first fifth of the volume bar for my voice to be heard, but that's okay, guys. It's working out in total. We're also trying to get our these boys back up, because after this event, we are going to be having a the Oracle, and the Oracle after the Kasatan event is always good. So I'm excited to be able to get some good, delicious stuff from that. But yeah, so we have 4,933 magazines left. So if another if another a gang bounty event comes up after this, I'll at least have something that I can work with. But like I said, guys, in my previous video, we have to get rid of all these again. On my previous video, I wanted to explain to you guys about the success rate for adding leadership increase in event. And pretty much what happens is that is that the pretty much instead of being 40 or 30% success chance on upgrading leadership, the success rate is increased to 60% or more. They used to have an 80% event, but that was a long time ago, if I remember correctly. But yeah, guys, our Orochi is coming along very, very nicely, and that is allowing us to be a lot more effective on the battlefield while, not risking high tier soldiers. Now, what I want to do, guys, is get myself into like the very middle area. Because I want to run my Orochi through a gauntlet. Like I want to get him to kill level 25 and see how well he does, or or another Crimson Behemoth challenge, because I want to test something and see how long my soldiers last. And yeah, that's the reason why I want to run it, because if I have one slot of tier 12 in the back, hopefully my tier 2 airships will be able to tank the hits on the front. Now, I'm going to show you guys what my updated Vega can do in future video to the level 10 Behemoth or the level 25 monster, but yeah, you guys will actually be able to see how awesome my commanders can be. And like I said, guys, my Rogers is still being MVP. He's doing a fantastic job helping us cut through the enemies. Our Orochi is fantastic for backing up cleanup in case Vega gets defeated. Now, I am not expecting Vega to be, what's that term? I'm not expecting Vega to survive all that much, but what he is fantastic at is, his shockwave. His shockwave allows him to just do massive damage all throughout the enemy lines, but that's only if his shockwave and stuff actually hit. But as you guys can see, we are doing much better, and not a lot of people are fighting us. Not much anymore, sadly. Oof. Yeah, that's probably the stupid Reinhardt that's defeating us. Oh, whoops. But yeah, guys, I am just really, really happy with how well my commanders are coming along. And I'm hoping to get some more magazines, so that way I can be ready for either the next leadership increasing event, or I can be ready for the gang bounty event. Like I said, guys, in one of my previous videos, the gang bounty event is that kind of weird one where you complete 4 levels of prerequisites, and then you get that bonus after you finish each level. So that's not bad. That's working out pretty well. But yeah, they did add some new interesting. As you guys can see, my ship is glowing, and it wasn't doing this before. So they did some optimization as well as detail adding to the game. So I actually like that. But just so you guys know, for the soldier skill plugin, it doesn't work in Peak Contest, Starsea Conquest, or All-Star Conquest, as far as I can tell. Oh man, we're back to this again. We can win against this. We're not going to win against that, but we can win. Ooh. No, we're not going to win against that. We can win against this. We can't win against that, and we can win against this. So, if I hit this, let's see what we have here. Oh, okay. So for this event, guys, this one actually works. This one actually allows us to be able to have our airship final defense. So this does give us a chance to actually be stronger. So that's really good for us. So yeah, as you guys can see, we cut through these guys like they are pretty much nothing. So skills do carry through in All-Star Conquest, but for Star C Conquest, I don't believe that is, you know, the case. Yeah, so in Star C, your skills don't travel through, and with Peak Contest, if I remember correctly, your skills don't travel through. Yeah, so we don't have the module skills. So the module skills don't go through, so that's the unfortunate part. Wow, we got murdered. Oh, that's delicious. Good job, Vega. This is why Vega with Shockwave is so horrible to be. Aww, I'm dead. That hurts. Oh, good job, Vega. He allowed us a small victory. But sadly, we lost to this fella. But as you guys can see, this fella's running the same thing that we are. Dodgy soldiers in the front, and then the tanky soldiers in the back. Which is really, really cool. But sadly, would have run into the elf again, so... But yeah, so Peak Contest and Star Sea Conquest, your soldier module skills don't go in, but the All-Star Conquest, they do. And I think Ace of Galaxy, they do not. So you won't be able to run through that, sadly. Man, Rogers is a beast. I absolutely love him. So yeah, so that way you guys can know what works. And for the rally, actually no, that doesn't. Well, I think that would work, but you have to use your high tier soldiers. So I'm going to work on the final defense because we already have absolute defense on Orochi, and if we can add that with both our commanders who are using these, we'll be able to have better airships when it comes to the defense plugin. So that's going to be really, really nice. So hopefully this video will help you guys understand a little bit more about, how all this stuff works. And like I said, guys, the upgrades for your ships are actually not too expensive. But unfortunately, you can't share one skill amongst multiple airships. There's only one skill per airship, or you can put a whole bunch of skills on one airship, but then they can't be duplicated to other kinds of airship. But yeah, and then like I said, guys, when you go to the research after you break through your arc, so my arc is still level 22, but it's level 22 breakthrough, and then we can go over here to the talents, and you guys can see the stuff that we are working on. And like I said, guys, I want to kind of blitzkrieg my way to the energy module, and then blitzkrieg my way all the way through to the barrier, the weaken, and the power of airships. So that way I have all 6 skills unlocked, so that way I can make my airships a little bit easier to deal with. And since I'm going to be stuck with the Origin for the foreseeable future, I'm just going to focus on getting these things upgraded as much as possible. But yeah, all these are within your max... oh, they're playing Girls Like You. I like that song, but yeah, this is what happens when you have ADHD, guys. Your videos become very inconsistent, but I do try to keep my mind active and focused, but it's difficult. But yeah, guys, yeah, focus on, just getting these skills all up to level 1 first, and then see where you can go from there. Focus on your main soldier type first, and try to get yourself a head start. I was one of the first people in the game to actually be able to get my arc unlocked. And so we now are one of the few people that has the skill is ready to go. And like I said, guys, the new version follows these kind of things, and I was able to tell you guys all about this. Added an all-new gameplay, troop modification, arts can now break through, I've done that one. Players can now view troops' talents on the battle interface, and I showed you guys that one. The mega slots and vending machine, I've shown you guys that one, and fixed some translation errors. So yeah, guys, I'm very, very happy with how well this is going, and yeah, I hope that this has been able to help you guys kind of understand how all this works, and why, and like how my progress with my commanders is going. Now, I do have 4 level 40 robots, but I want to try to get this to level 35 first, and maybe even level 36. And then so that way I can just have the easy way to get this to level 40, because this is damage reduction and health points, and let me tell you, that's some good stuff. So yeah, I'm very happy with how well this is going. My Dragon Slayer is still going to be effective on the small runs, and, you know, her sacrificing 40,000 of her leadership over to my dear Orochi has helped him grow immensely. So I'm very excited to see how well we do in the future, and hopefully you guys will be able to enjoy some new content, as well as being able to see how awesome my Orochi does. But yeah, guys, I'm very proud of him, and he does a fantastic job, and he is a nuisance to the enemy teams. I absolutely adore Orochi, and he does a great job. So anyway, guys, this has been Sabin Dimitrov, aka Adins for the Astro Wolf. It has been a pleasure to have you guys here for my next video, and I'm glad that I was able to figure out the volume and voice ratio. So the volume on my game has to be down, but now you guys can actually hear me. So that's good. So my recording software is doing what it's supposed to be doing. I just wish that there was a better way to make that work out. But yeah, all of this is going well, and I just appreciate you guys being here. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. You guys stay awesome, and always remember, God bless.